Yeah, don't worry. On my list of things to get in this coming year is a webcam. That's coming up eventually. Hey everyone, welcome to the Automotive Flux channel. Ooh, that's an old intro, isn't it? That's really, really old. I used to say that a long time ago, back in my like super original videos. Yes, I have glasses. No, I don't wear them. Yes, I am blind. Happy New Year. As is the usual with me, you're sitting on a bunch of PSP game cases. It was Wipeout Pure, but now you're on Rainbow Six. I was originally gonna film this with like a TV in the background and like high production value, and then I realized that I have to film it with my phone. So here we are. 2020 is coming to an end, and this has been a very big year for my channel, a very exciting year for my channel. I thought that to end off things nicely, I would answer some common questions and things that you might be wondering about, because, yeah. So I asked the people on the join button via the community tab what they wanted to ask me, and I got 5, actually 6 questions, and so I'm going to go ahead and answer those first, and then we're going to get into the big question, which is answering what I said earlier this year on Twitter. You can skip there if you want to, but this is for the join button people. First one, let's go. Paradoxical asks, we know and love you as an automation YouTuber, but what other side projects would you like to work on to avoid burnout? So in terms of YouTube side projects, I like to do every once in a while video essays. The last one I did was on Flat Out 3. I really like video essays as content, and I watch a lot of them. When I see a video that I like, I want to try and do that also, and so that's where that comes from. So I usually have longer term projects that I'm doing on the side, as well as like short term videos like the ones I make weekly for automation. And those long term projects kind of help me learn to edit better. I try to push myself more when I'm working on them. And yeah, those are the kind of things that I work on, at least in terms of YouTube. In terms of other things, I always have stuff on the go. Like this house that I'm in is my house with my fiance, so there's always something to do on our house. Like there's always something that breaks or needs to be worked on or whatever. So I'm constantly doing other things to avoid getting burnt out on YouTube. Got to keep it fun, right? Like that's the whole point of it. I want to keep YouTube fun. Kevin asks, what countries did you visit in the past? Do you plan to? So I have been to, in the past, I've been to Japan, I have been to Mexico, I have been to, so those are countries that I like, especially Japan. That was a lot of fun. I'd like to go back there again with my fiance once we're married a couple years down the line. It's very expensive to go to Japan, so we got to save up, and then we want to go back there. And then also, I'd like to go to some other places. Like I've been to the U.S. and I've been around in a couple states in the U.S. to see like different tourist attractions and stuff. But I'm very interested in some of the car culture things in those areas. I'd like to go back to California again. That was fun. I was in the sand dunes in California. It was cool to see all those like sand buggies and stuff you never see here because we just don't have sand like that. Like in Canada, you see a lot of snow-based machines. Like there were snowmobiles driving right outside my house this past week, which is a bit annoying. But in these other areas with different climates, it's like different vehicles and different modes of transportation that I just find cool. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't have super great ambitions in terms of countries to move to or not move to, but to look at and see. I like nature, but I don't know. I'm not a big traveler unless it's by car. Nicholas asks, or QT Bear as he is otherwise known as, would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Honestly, I think you would probably just want to fight one thing no matter what, and like no matter how big it is. Horse-sized duck is pretty scary, but you could also ride it. That would be pretty cool. I don't know. And then he asks with a sarcastic tone, why do you hate Quebec? I make a lot of jokes where Quebec is at the expense of it, but I don't hate Quebec. It's just a joke. Overlord asks, this will sound like begging. Oh, I can't even see. Hold on. But it kind of is. Is there a possibility to line up proper schedule for showcases? Be happy to set them up with the others. No, because my schedule is very inconsistent, and I don't want to hard schedule showcases because something might come up and I might not be able to do it. And so that's the issue that I have with showcases. They take a lot of time. Obviously, they take a lot of time for you guys, but they also take a lot of time for me as well. Like a full week preparation to get ready for the stream, pretty much. So I have to be able to do it at a time when I know I can stream, when I know that I'm free that weekend or whatever evening to get it done. It's a little bit better now, but it's still like I got stuff to do. So we'll figure that out for the future, but not yet. Childish Sin asks, I'm sure you get this one a lot, but now with some variety, what are your top 3 dream cars, your average daily production, something like in the supercar territory, and finally one you'd love but would probably never have, maybe build an automation competition version of each sometime. So people like to ask me a lot what my dream car is, and I like to try and keep it a little bit realistic. Like obviously there are some crazy dream cars out there. People want like these one-off hypercars and stuff that unless you're a millionaire and you're a very lucky millionaire, you're never gonna even get a chance to see unless it's on TV. But like an R33 GTR has always been my kind of like dream car. I really like the way those cars look. A couple of years ago, actually more than a couple of years ago, I was looking at them on like these Japan car bring to Canada type sites, because we can import cars here that you guys can't in the US. I don't know where you're from, but whoever. The US can't import cars that are not older than 25 years. In Canada, it's 15 years, I believe. So I could actually bring in a much newer Skyline than you can in the US. And yeah, my goodness, the prices have gone way up since those days. They used to be going for like 30K or so for like a legit GTR. And these days it's almost double that. So it's unfortunately going higher and higher out of the possibilities for me of the future. I remember one time, way at the beginning of my job, actually one of my bosses asked me what my dream car was, and I said GTR, and he's like, oh yeah, you'll be able to buy one. And I was like, wait a minute. I think he was thinking of the R35. Top 3 dream cars though, I have no like real idea of what that one might be. It's really hard to put like cars that I'm interested in into a top 3 because I really like a lot of different cars. One of them that I like, that I keep forgetting the name of, it's the like Celine S 281 Extreme or something like that, or like 302 Extreme. I'm a big fan of the back end of those Celine Mustangs, and I really like the way that they look. I'm not that big on Mustangs in general, but I just really like that version of the Mustang, and yeah, I definitely want to at least try out one of those one day. But I think it would be a super cool car to own, and it's not that crazy either. Another one might be the Ferrari 308 GTS or GTB. I forgot which one is the hardtop, but I like those cars quite a bit. And again, those ones are like at least reasonably affordable Ferraris. They're like, I think they're around 100,000 Canadian dollars. So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to buy one of those anytime soon. That's like a very future, if I win the lottery or get a really good retirement fund going, then maybe I can buy one of those one day when I'm like 90 years old. But up until that point, it's like $100,000 is pretty cheap for a Ferrari. maybe one day. Okay, so thank you for your questions, guys. I appreciate it a lot. I tried to answer them in a bit more detail than you might have anticipated there, but it's all good. The next thing is this tweet that I made a long time ago, specifically January 27th, 2020. I said, if my channel hits 100,000 subs this year, I'll buy a Yugo. And we didn't do it. It's 40,000. So the thing is that when I tweeted this, it was never actually like serious. I'm not actually basing buying a car on sub totals. I think that's really dumb that people do that. It's just kind of, I don't know. Goals are nice, and this tweet actually got a lot of people to subscribe to the channel, but ultimately subscriptions don't matter. What matters is people actually watching videos. I see channels with a ton of subscriptions and very few views on their videos, and it's clear that their techniques did not age well. So I want to be a channel that has consistent viewership and not a huge sub count that's overinflated because of asking for subs and then they just leave. Anyway, I guess that's a bit of an aside. Yugo update, because I do want to buy a Yugo no matter what. Every Yugo I've seen for sale so far in the past year, and there has only been one, has been way too expensive. Literally 10 times more expensive than I thought it would be. It was going for like $6,500, and it was a total like train wreck. It was a complete rust bucket. And the guy who was selling it, I guess he sold it quick because it disappeared off of Kijiji pretty quickly. And so I saw that. I actually have notifications set up for all of Ontario actually to be able to see when one of those pops up again. And I'm very hopeful that one will pop up that's cheap, because if it happens, then I'm gonna have to like borrow a company vehicle and glide on up there and grab it or wherever it happens to be. So I'm kind of excited for that possibility, but in the past year, it's only happened once, and the car was way too expensive. Like I mean, I could have bought it. I guess that's a lot of money for something like that, but I don't think it would have been worth it. So my general idea is, and I guess I can give you a bit of a project car update, because this year is going to be the year that I buy something. That's a very hopeful for sure there. But something that's obviously very important, like I'm getting married, I have a house now, I've got expenses I've got to keep myself in check in terms of expenses and spending money on cars and very expensive Lego sets like all these ones up here. I haven't got any more of those for a while because I'm trying to save as much as I can. But my wife-to-be has given me a budget of $2,000 for a project car, and I do intend to stick to that. So this is going to be very interesting. 2,000 Canadian dollars. I gotta try and achieve my dream of having a project car. It doesn't have to be crazy, but it does need to be interesting enough that I actually want to work on it. And despite being busy, I don't know, sometimes I can get really like distracted from projects and things, especially on YouTube. So I'm hopeful that this project car will be one that keeps my interest. And that's why I want to get something that's like worthwhile. So I've been quite patient with that. I'm gonna wait until later this coming year, 2021, to figure that out. Hopefully sometime in January I kind of have an idea of what I'm looking for, and then we can go from there, and I'll give you guys updates on how that goes, because if I do get something, it's going to be broadcast on this channel. Like every update is going to be on there, every small thing that I do, because I think that that's kind of interesting, and I'm hopeful that you guys will find it interesting as well. So yeah, apologies for no recent IRL content. I haven't done one of these videos since the end of October. I guess I got a bit camera shy, but here we are, end of the year. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you all a lot, and I'll see you again. Yeah, I got one more video this year. I already recorded it earlier today. And then another little bit of a special one coming up January 1st. Just check out January 1st, 2020 if you want to see what that one's going to be about. Because I think I might just do something similar once again. So that'll be good. Thank you guys again. I'll see you next time. Coming up soon. And more IRL content too. I just have to find something that is actually interesting. Like, I can't just film myself in my room like this every time, can I? That mustache. Oh, that was a mistake.